for food, and he's ready to take the kids to after-school programs and do the damn thing, and mom is a fucking trash whore, but somehow she's got custody. Because
Yeah.
more
That's what
often than
I've.
not, and more often than not, a shitty mom's getting custody instead of a good dad. And feminism, which people don't, a facet of feminism that people don't know about is, we also give a shit about men's rights. Believe it or not, doesn't
What?
seem like it because
No,
the
you
word
don't.
"fem" is in there. Actual feminists will be like, hey man, how come good dads don't get to have a kid? Why does it always go to women? Sometimes the woman's a shitty mom, and sometimes daddy's actually a good guy, and sometimes mommy's fucked up. It's not always
That's
that
it.
rhetoric of that. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay. You finish. Go on, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say sometimes stuff like that. You know, it's one of those things that I think people don't know is a feminist issue. And then one other thing is the whole concept of, oh, a man's supposed to do this, a man's supposed to do that. Feminists actually fight that shit. We actually fight those patriarchal values or patriarchal,
Quote unquote patriarchal.
yeah, that say, in order to be a real man, you gotta fucking have your own house and have your own this. Meanwhile, it's okay for a girl to live in her mom's house and stuff. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. Like, don't get me wrong, because I say that I lived at my mom's house literally until I got married. But it wasn't for lack of trying. I was like freaking working 2 jobs. I was trying to like actually get out and do my thing. And then I just ended up getting married, and obviously that worked out. But like, because now I live in Hawaii. But like, the thing is, like, that whole thing is, why is it okay for a woman to? It's accepted, culturally acceptable, at least in America, for a woman to just stay at her mom's house and all that stuff. And it's even encouraged that she stays with her family till she gets married. But men are automatically expected to fucking leave the nest, jump out that fucking nest at 18 and fly off to either college or somewhere. It doesn't fucking matter where. Get a house, get a car, have a mortgage, be able to do all this stuff, have a good job, just in order to be quote unquote successful. And feminism fights against that bullshit as well, but you don't hear about it because you hear these misandrists, which are, by the way, women who actually dislike men or have a hatred towards men, who masquerade as feminists.
I call those women.
That's the shit I don't like.
Go ahead. I'll let you finish. I'll say it afterwards.
No, I was just gonna say that's that shit I don't like.
I call those women angry women who need some good dick. That's what I call that.
Oh no, you just pissed off like so many people.
I don't give a fuck who I pissed off. Exactly.
I'm gonna give you.
If you are some angry women out there who just need some good dick, holla at your boy. Okay,
I'm gonna give you some honest. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion of it, and then I'm gonna play a bit of devil's advocate for this.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so when I was growing up, I've always been a quote-unquote feminist. I've always identified as a feminist because that's all I knew meant everyone had equal rights. And obviously, I'm a transsexual woman now, and there's a whole subcategory of feminism that is literally hates me. So I'm like, I don't understand a lot of it because a lot of the things that feminists have preached throughout their careers have been that gender is a social construct.
Yeah.
So women don't have to be a certain way. And men don't have to be a specific way. It's all about how we grow up in our society. But then as soon as trans women start becoming more visible, you're against them and call them men and things like that. Just like I don't understand where your feminist logic goes. If you want equality, but then you're fine to try and discriminate against me or people like me.
And that's something that's not brought up. Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I think there was a statement that feminists had made not that long ago, and it made me quite. I forgot her name. I forgot the...
Comes out with a punch to clear the danger.
Jermaine Greer, I think.
Shots on here. Goodness me, it's hit the post.
Yeah, a feminist called Jermaine Greer. She's had quite a long history in feminism, like quite a few books, and has done quite a lot in her career. Made what I would consider transphobic comment in a BBC interview, and like at that point I thought, well, it don't matter, it's one feminist saying some bullshit things. So, and then when I looked online, I saw a lot of feminists agreeing with her, and then I saw a few quite the other side of the spectrum of feminists that didn't agree with her. But to me, that's a complete hypocrisy, isn't it? Like, why am I identifying as a feminist, but there's people within my own movement that are against me? You know what I mean? And it was at that moment that I knew that I wasn't a feminist anymore, because it was a bullshit term. It was, I won't go by being an egalitarianism now, so I feel everyone should be equal, and there's no sway for wiggle room. Like feminism, if you go by definition, then yeah, it's kind of for everyone's equality, but I think just the term alone allows people to interpret it their own way. So, like, people will see feminism, and like lots of people will be like, well, it means equality and everything, and then you'll have some man-hating women that think, no, it just means women are better than men, and we need to give women more rights than men.
Yeah, people really just irk my nerves, and I'm glad that you brought up the issue with feminism in the trans movement, because one thing, that's a very important thing that's really also pissed me off, is because it has made me kind of reconsider also my stance as a quote feminist, because even my husband brought it up to me the other night when we were driving, and he was like, you know, a lot of feminists are being kind of dickheads about, you know, like the trans movement, because they feel like trans people don't have a right to be involved. And I'm like, yeah, that makes no fucking sense, because feminism is intersectional as a motherfucker, because since we're fighting for the rights of, you know, men and women, we have trans men and women. They're human beings as well, okay? Like,
yeah,
you're a trans woman, they're trans men. You know, the LGBT community is, you know, an intersectional part of feminism, and we need to work together instead of like propagating these stupid ideologies that, you know, that just kind of drive us further apart. I realize I sound like a really like smart hippie who has their Adderall, but like I just feel like, you know, when quote unquote so-called quote unquote feminists fucking don't feel like trans people should be in the picture, what they're really saying is, oh, we're fighting for the rights of men and women, but like, you know, actual men and women. And to me, that's not fucking fair.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're saying.
With as much fervor as anybody. That shit pisses me the fuck off, because I just, like, if I ever met that woman that you mentioned in the streets, it's gonna be on and popping. Let's just keep it real. But
World Star.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate and stand on the side of feminism for a second, though. To see that the next future president of the United States of America is Donald Trump, and to also remember that Donald Trump did make those comments, grab women by the pussy. What does that say for the state of respect for women in America?
Ain't gonna be no more respect. Ain't gonna be no more respect for women.
it's basically it's as they say in Britain, it's going to be taking the piss because I watch a lot of Gordon Ramsay. My thing is like it's going to be taking the piss though for serious because like the thing is, and again, no one wants to bring this up. When I say nobody, I'm not talking about us because we bring it up.
We'll bring it up. We don't give a shit.
But other people, what I mean is other people outside of us, sometimes they want to bring up the fact that like, let's keep it real. Black women, we've been disrespected our whole entire lives. We were raised to expect to be disrespected because of the color of our skin. When it comes down to it on this social total.
Sorry, babe, just pause for a second.
Boo! Oh,
PlayStation, could you leave the party?
Huh?
Oh, PlayStation. Full game before.
Oh, close the party?
I'm asking PlayStation 4 to leave the party.
Oh.
I didn't even see him jump in. Hold on. All right. I should have made it private. We'll make it private next time. We got that. All right. He left.
I do understand the intent behind it.
Like,
but
I get the intent behind it, but it makes no fucking sense. It's stupid. Like, men's rights movements. Men have all the rights. Like, not all rights, of course. That is true.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, we do.
There are situations in which, like, no, like Cupcake said, when it's overwhelmingly given to the mother, the child, when there's a dispute in parents, like, obviously there is certain aspects that men need to fight for equality towards, and so do women if they agree with equality. But
okay, how about this?
Like,
oh, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
When you say men's right movements, it makes it sound as though you're fighting for a lot of rights that you have had taken away from you, which you haven't. Like, predominantly, it has been. I'm not going to even say that because that's inaccurate. But anyway, let's carry on.
Men have basically what it said when it basically over time and throughout the course of history, men have been able to gently peruse their walk of life, not having to worry about, oh, I'm not going to get hired because I'm not showing my, it's very rare that you'll hear about a guy being like, oh yeah, the interviewer wanted me to show her my dick and I refused to, so I didn't get the job.
Man,
you're not gonna hear about a dude being like, yeah, she tried to bend me over the desk and like fuck me or shit like that, and I said no, so I got fired.
I let it happen.
I'm just
and there have been recent, and there was a recent thing out of Fox related to that as well, wasn't there? So we'll talk about that another time. I just wanted to move on to the next and probably last topic.
Before we go on that, did you see this video that just came up? This feminist, no name, nothing. She's like, yo, let's kill all men because I'm tired of being. I am not here to be a baby producer. We need all female. Yeah, I was looking feminism up just right now.
What the fuck?
I was just looking up. I was just looking up feminists right now just to